The Phoenix is a story that has captivated hearts for thousands of years, a story that speaks to something eternal in all of us. An ancient myth, the phoenix isn't just a bird, it's a symbol of hope, of resilience, of finding light in darkness, and rising again after we think all is lost. Many legends tell of this bird that, when its life nears its end, builds a nest of spices and fragrant woods, sets it ablaze, and allows itself to be consumed by fire. And just as the flames die down and smoke fades, the ashes begin to stir, and there, a new phoenix emerges, young, strong, and ready to live once more. People have turned to this story in times of struggle and loss, searching for comfort and inspiration in its message. The phoenix shows that even in the most trying times, when everything seems broken or burned to ashes, there's still a chance to begin again. Its myth has a magical simplicity, telling us that with every end, there is a beginning, and with every fall, a rise. This belief that even the bleakest of moments can spark something beautiful has resonated with cultures across the world, each adopting the phoenix into their own traditions. In Egypt, the legend of the phoenix goes back to the story of the Bennu, a beautiful bird associated with the god Ra, who is often depicted with the sun glowing brightly against the sky. The Bennu would die only to be reborn, symbolizing the daily rise of the sun and the natural cycle of life. This bird was said to sing a song so beautiful that even the gods would stop and listen. To the Egyptians, the Bennu was a reminder of how life can renew itself, echoing the rise and fall of the Nile waters, bringing life back to the land each season. Here, the phoenix didn't just represent rebirth, it was a living connection to the natural world, to the sun's journey across the sky, and to the enduring spirit of life. As the myth traveled from Egypt to Greece, it transformed but kept its essence. The Greeks saw the phoenix as a bird with brilliant red and gold feathers, shimmering like flames. They imagined the phoenix as the most splendid creature, one that could live for centuries, maybe even 1,000 years. When its time finally came, it would fly to the temple of the sun god, Helios, where it would build its nest of aromatic wood and let itself burn, only to rise again, fresh and full of life. This wasn't just a story for the Greeks, it was a philosophy. It taught them about resilience and hope, encouraging people to believe in the possibility of rising above hardship and loss. It reminded them that life, like the phoenix, can always begin anew, that strength and beauty can emerge from ashes. As Rome rose to power, the Romans, too, were captivated by the phoenix. For them, the phoenix came to symbolize the Roman Empire itself, mighty, indomitable, and enduring. Rome saw itself as a civilization that could withstand anything, even after devastation or defeat, and rise again stronger than ever. The emperors often used the phoenix as a symbol on coins and in art, showing their people that, like the phoenix, Rome would always be reborn from the ashes, that it was eternal. And while empires came and went, the idea of the phoenix remained, holding onto its mystery and magic, unshaken by the fall of Rome or any other kingdom. Beyond Rome and Greece, other cultures found in the phoenix a figure that spoke to them. In China, there's the fenghuang, a majestic bird that represents grace, virtue, and harmony. Unlike the phoenix, which dies and rises again, the fenghuang does not burn but lives as an eternal symbol of peace and prosperity. Often seen alongside the dragon in Chinese culture, the fenghuang represents balance between feminine and masculine forces, a perfect harmony that doesn't need rebirth to be renewed. Instead, it's a steady, constant force, a vision of eternity. Even today, people look to the story of the phoenix for comfort and inspiration. The image of rising from the ashes touches a universal part of the human experience. Life is filled with moments of hardship, times when we feel broken, lost, or defeated. But the phoenix tells us that these moments don't have to be the end, they can be the beginning of something new, something strong and beautiful. The phoenix is, in many ways, a reflection of us. Just as this bird is reborn time and time again, we too can face our darkest times and emerge with a renewed sense of hope and purpose. This legend gives us the strength to face our fears, to accept loss, and to believe that no matter what, there is always a way forward. The phoenix rises to show us that every ending can be a beginning, and that even the most difficult times can spark something beautiful. Its story reminds us of the light that exists within all of us, a light that never dies, even in the darkest of moments. And so, generation after generation, people find strength in the phoenix, a symbol of hope, an eternal flame that never fades. In the heat of the Egyptian sun, a single bird soared above the sands, a bird unlike any other, draped in hues of deep red and radiant gold, shining like a flame against the clear sky. The Egyptians called it the Bennu, and to them, it was more than just a bird. It was a symbol of life's eternal rhythm, a spirit that moved between worlds, carrying the promise of renewal. They believed that as long as the Bennu lived, life would never truly end, that it would always find a way to return, no matter how far it seemed to vanish. The Bennu would appear at the break of dawn, perching on the sacred Benben stone, a symbol of the primordial mound where creation itself began. To the Egyptians, it was the spark from which all life emerged, and the Bennu, in its brilliant form, was that spark come to life. It was said that the Bennu's song could pierce the silence of the dawn, a melody so beautiful and haunting that even the gods would pause to listen. When the Bennu was ready to pass on, it would burn in a nest of myrrh and fragrant woods, a fire as warm and timeless as the desert sun. And from the ashes, it would rise again, reborn, ageless, carrying the spirit of life itself. This legend of rebirth and undying spirit touched a part of the human soul that yearns for hope, especially in times of loss. The Egyptians believed that the Bennu embodied the journey of the soul itself, moving from life to death, only to find new life once more. They saw it as a reflection of the Nile, the river that gave and took life, flooding each year to renew the earth. Just as the Nile's waters would rise and fall, so would the Bennu, always returning, a symbol of resilience and grace that never faded. The Greeks, too, felt the magic of this bird. When they heard of the Bennu, they saw in it something familiar and comforting, something that resonated with their own understanding of life and death. And so, the Bennu became the phoenix, a bird just as majestic, just as full of mystery. But the Greeks added their own colors to the tale, imagining the phoenix as a creature that lived for centuries, only to be reborn again and again. They pictured it flying across vast distances, soaring over mountains and seas, drawn by an ancient call that would lead it to its place of renewal. There, the phoenix would build its nest in sacred lands, far from the world's chaos, and the quiet embrace of the sun god, Helios. It was here, in the arms of the sun, that the phoenix would meet the end of its life, only to rise once more, untouched by time. For the Greeks, the phoenix was not only a symbol of life's endurance, but also of transformation. They saw in the phoenix the power of change, the courage to face the flames and find beauty on the other side. It was the courage to let go of the old, to surrender to the fire, knowing that something beautiful would emerge from the ashes. To the Greeks, the phoenix was both a reminder of the unbreakable cycles of nature and an invitation to find strength in change. When the Romans encountered the phoenix, they embraced it wholeheartedly, seeing in this bird a reflection of their own resilience. Rome was a city that had risen from humble beginnings, enduring wars, betrayals, and countless challenges to become one of the greatest empires in history. The story of the phoenix, with its endless rebirths, was a powerful reminder of Rome's own unyielding spirit. They believed the phoenix was a symbol of eternity, a creature that, like their empire, would stand strong and rise again, even if the world around it crumbled. The Romans saw the phoenix as a messenger of the gods, a link between the divine and mortal realms. To them, the phoenix didn't just die and rise, it carried a message that life itself was indestructible, that no matter what darkness or hardship came, the light would return. The phoenix appeared on Roman coins, in mosaics, and in the grand architecture of their cities, a sign to all who saw it that Rome, like the phoenix, would endure. And in their hearts, the Romans carried the hope that, just as the phoenix could rise from the ashes, so could they, always and forever. Across these cultures, the phoenix remained the same and yet transformed, its story shaped by the hearts and hopes of those who carried it forward. In the heart of Egypt, it was the Bennu, born of the Nile's sacred rhythm. In Greece, it was the phoenix, a creature of beauty and transformation. And in Rome, it became a symbol of eternal resilience, a beacon of hope that would shine even in the darkest times. The phoenix's journey from Egypt to Rome is a reminder that some stories are too powerful to belong to one culture alone. The myth found its way from one land to another, shifting in detail, but always carrying with it the promise of rebirth, the assurance that from every ending, something new and beautiful can rise. It is a legend that has transcended borders and generations, reaching out to remind us all that, like the phoenix, we too can rise, no matter how many times we fall. The phoenix stands as one of the most powerful symbols ever known, a tale of life's mysterious dance with death and the courage to rise after the fall. This story of a bird who dies in a blaze of fire only to be reborn is more than a myth. It's a promise whispered through time, a reminder that even the darkest endings can bloom into new beginnings. The phoenix teaches us that no matter how many times life pulls us under, there is always a chance to start anew, stronger and more vibrant than before. The phoenix's life is a circle, an endless cycle of death and rebirth, each phase marked by courage and beauty. At the end of its long life, the phoenix feels the pull of destiny and begins building its nest, carefully, with fragments of fragrant woods and the richest spices. There, it sets itself alight, becoming a blaze that seems final, a flame that could consume anything in its path. But within that flame lies a secret, an unbreakable promise. The phoenix surrenders to the fire, to the end, yet from the ashes rises a young, fresh phoenix. And so, even in the moment of death, there's life, waiting to come forth. For anyone who has ever felt trapped by their past, weighed down by loss or heartbreak, the phoenix holds a message: endings do not mean it's over. Just as the phoenix rises from ashes, we too can rise from our scars, our pain, our grief, renewed. It's not about denying loss or ignoring pain, but embracing the strength to face it, to let it shape us into something greater. The phoenix's fire doesn't destroy it, it purifies, reshaping it with a fierce grace, turning pain into strength and endings into new beginnings. This bird's journey touches a universal truth, one that every soul feels, one that echoes in every heart. Life is fragile, full of beautiful, fleeting moments, but there is something within us that refuses to be extinguished. The phoenix represents that indestructible spirit, a flame that may flicker but never dies. People have turned to this legend time and time again, drawing comfort in knowing that no matter how great the loss, there's always a way to rise again. The phoenix is also a symbol of immortality. It doesn't live forever in the way we think of unchanging, endless life, rather, it lives through its ability to be reborn. Each time it rises, it brings with it the wisdom and strength of its past lives. And so, it carries on, not because it is untouched by time, but because it has learned to live beyond it. There is an ageless resilience in the phoenix, a reminder that immortality isn't about avoiding hardship or pain. It's about finding a way through, discovering the strength to come back each time life brings us to our knees. The phoenix has become a symbol of renewal for people across the world and throughout history, a beacon of hope in dark times. When everything feels broken or lost, the phoenix shows that there's beauty in starting again, that even from ashes, something incredible can emerge. It tells us that no matter how many times we burn, we can always come back to life, to love, and to joy. The flame that consumes it doesn't end its journey, it transforms it. And in that transformation lies the secret of resilience, the quiet strength to face life's flames and let them shape us into something extraordinary. In every heart, there is a phoenix, a part of us that refuses to give up, even when everything seems lost. We may feel broken, defeated, worn out by life's challenges, but like the phoenix, there is a spark within that waits for the right moment to come to life again. It's this spirit that has made the phoenix such a powerful symbol across cultures and time, touching people in ways words cannot fully capture. When we remember the phoenix, we remember our own strength, our ability to find hope in hopelessness, light in darkness. The phoenix isn't just a mythical bird, it's a reminder of life's endless potential for renewal. It shows us that we don't have to be untouched by hardship to be whole. We can rise from our trials, our struggles, our losses, reborn into something stronger, something wiser. It tells us that our spirit, like the phoenix's flame, can never truly die, it only changes form, becoming something beautiful once more. In its fiery rebirth, the phoenix holds the courage to face endings, the strength to rise again, and the promise that no matter what, we can find life waiting for us in the ashes. Herodotus, the ancient Greek historian, once described a bird that was like no other, a bird that could defy time itself. In his writings, he spoke of the phoenix, a creature that was said to live for hundreds of years, only to die in a blaze of fire and rise again, reborn from its own ashes. To Herodotus, this was a story that held a certain kind of magic, a story that stirred something deep within the heart. He was told of the phoenix by the Egyptians, who described a bird that visited their temples, arriving only once every 5 centuries. And with each visit, it would bring with it the remains of its father, encased in a myrrh-filled egg, and lay it to rest before building its own funeral pyre. The Greek imagination was captivated by this tale. In the phoenix, they found a creature that was not only beautiful but also profound, a creature that represented both the end and the beginning, a reminder that life's greatest gift was the power to renew itself. Herodotus's account spread, touching minds and inspiring poets, thinkers, and storytellers across Greece, all of whom saw in the phoenix a symbol of hope and rebirth, a promise that life always finds a way to start over. The Greeks saw the phoenix as more than just a bird, they saw it as a divine message woven into nature itself, one that could help people find courage in times of despair. In their literature, the phoenix often appears as a sign of strength, an emblem of resilience. The Greeks imagined the phoenix as a creature who faced its fate willingly, who embraced the flames not with fear, but with grace. And as it rose from the ashes, it carried the essence of every life it had lived before, each rebirth marking a new chapter in an endless story. As the legend of the phoenix crossed into Rome, the Romans took the symbol and made it their own, transforming it to reflect their empire's ideals. To the Romans, the phoenix became more than a symbol of individual rebirth, it became a vision of an eternal empire. They believed the phoenix represented the endurance of Rome itself, a city that would never fall, an empire that would rise again and again, no matter the challenges it faced. The phoenix appeared on Roman coins and was referenced in the words of poets and emperors alike. It became a promise of Rome's undying power, a symbol that told every Roman citizen that their empire, like the phoenix, could endure the test of time. In the writings of Ovid and other Roman poets, the phoenix is described as a noble creature who rises from death with a beauty that surpasses what it had before. For the Romans, this was not just a myth but a vision of their own greatness. They believed that, like the phoenix, they too would rise from any downfall, that Rome would continue to shine, reborn from any adversity, stronger and more splendid with each renewal. Yet, despite the Roman emphasis on immortality and the strength of their empire, the heart of the phoenix legend remained the same. It was still a story of transformation, of finding light after darkness, of facing loss with courage and hope. The Romans might have painted the phoenix in their colors, but the message was timeless and universal, a testament to the human spirit's ability to rise, no matter how many times it falls. The Greeks had seen it as an individual journey, a personal story of rebirth. The Romans saw it as a collective promise, a story that spoke to the endurance of their civilization. In both cultures, the phoenix held a special place, a place that touched something profound and beautiful within. It was a reminder that life's journey, with all its endings and beginnings, is never truly over. Whether in the heart of an individual or in the spirit of a nation, the phoenix represented a fire that could never be extinguished, a light that would always find its way back, no matter how many times it was lost. In ancient Rome, myths weren't just stories, they were the pulse of everyday life, the breath of the city itself. Myths brought meaning to the struggles and triumphs of a vast empire, connecting Romans to something larger than themselves, something eternal. Each tale spoke to the heart, offering comfort, guidance, and sometimes a mirror to their deepest fears and greatest hopes. In these stories, they saw the gods walking beside them, sharing in their joys and their griefs, reminding them that they were part of a divine and unbreakable order. And among these myths, the tale of the phoenix shone brightly, a symbol of Rome's own undying spirit. Mythology was woven into every part of Roman life, from the grand temples that touched the skies to the whispered prayers of soldiers heading into battle. Romans found strength and courage in these tales, turning to them as a source of hope and identity. Their gods weren't distant or unreachable, they lived within every stone, every river, every heartbeat. Jupiter, the king of gods, watched over them with thunder and might, while Mars gave them the courage to conquer lands and defend their homes. Venus inspired love and beauty, and Minerva granted wisdom in times of need. Each god and goddess shaped Roman life, giving them guidance and a sense of belonging to a world that was both earthly and divine. As Rome expanded, it encountered the vast world of Greek mythology, a treasure trove of legends that spoke of gods, heroes, and creatures beyond imagination. These Greek stories, filled with wisdom and wonder, captured the Roman heart. Over time, they embraced Greek mythology, merging it with their own beliefs to create something rich and unique. The Greek gods became part of Rome, their names transformed, their stories woven into the Roman way of life. Zeus became Jupiter, Hera became Juno, and Hermes became Mercury. The stories shifted slightly, but the essence remained, binding the two cultures in a shared reverence for the divine. In this blending of beliefs, the phoenix became even more powerful. For the Greeks, it was a creature of transformation, of personal rebirth, a symbol of life's enduring spirit. But in Rome, it became a symbol of the empire itself, of its strength, resilience, and glory. Romans saw in the phoenix a mirror of their own history, a city that had risen from humble beginnings on the banks of the Tiber to conquer and shape the known world. Just as the phoenix would rise again from its own ashes, Rome too would endure, even if faced with defeat. This story of resilience was more than a myth, it was the very heart of what it meant to be Roman. Romans felt a kinship with Greek myths that spoke of heroes who defied fate, gods who intervened in human lives, and creatures that embodied the mysteries of life and death. The phoenix became a beloved symbol, appearing on coins, in mosaics, and in the art that adorned their cities. It was a symbol of hope and continuity, a reminder that even if Rome were to fall, it would rise again, renewed and unstoppable. This powerful symbol told every Roman citizen that they were part of something unbreakable, that their empire, like the phoenix, would always return, no matter how many times it faced the flames. In embracing Greek mythology, Romans also found stories that spoke to the complexity of human nature. They saw themselves in the struggles of heroes like Hercules and in the wisdom of Athena. They saw their own desires, fears, and dreams reflected in the tales of love, war, and redemption that shaped Greek mythology. And they made these stories their own, building upon them to create a culture that was both strong and compassionate, proud and humble. Roman mythology grew richer as it absorbed Greek influences, creating a powerful blend of beliefs that reflected both the strength of Rome and the wisdom of Greece. These myths weren't just entertainment. They were the foundation of Roman values, shaping everything from their laws to their art. They reminded Romans of their duty to the gods, their families, and their city, and instilled in them a sense of pride and purpose. In the phoenix, they found a symbol that embodied the very essence of Rome, resilient, fearless, and forever rising from its trials with newfound strength. The influence of Greek mythology transformed Rome, but it was Rome's spirit that breathed life into these myths, creating a legacy that would endure for centuries. Through the phoenix, Romans saw the beauty in starting over, the strength in facing hardships, and the hope that, no matter what, they would always rise again. The phoenix, a creature of timeless wonder, is one of nature's most breathtaking marvels, embodying beauty and mystery in every feather. Its appearance is said to radiate a brilliance that defies words, a creature of stunning reds, golds, and purples that shimmer like a fire caught in the morning sun. As it spreads its wings, the phoenix reveals plumage so dazzling it appears as though it was crafted from the first light of dawn, each feather glowing with the promise of life after death. This bird is no ordinary creature but a vision of splendor, a symbol of endurance and transformation embodied in flesh and flame. Every part of the phoenix seems to hold a story. Its eyes are intense yet gentle, filled with a wisdom that speaks of lifetimes lived and countless beginnings and ends. They carry the weight of 1,000 lives, and in their depths, one can sense both sorrow and joy, a creature who has known death yet rises with the same grace each time. The beak, sharp and elegant, shines with a metallic gleam, a subtle reminder of the strength this beautiful creature holds. When it sings, its voice has been said to have an otherworldly quality, a melody that touches the soul, carrying listeners into a place between life and death, a song that speaks of rebirth and hope. In the ancient Roman world, artists sought to capture this ethereal creature in ways that would let its magic live forever. The phoenix was often depicted in mosaics, statues, and murals, a testament to the Roman fascination with its beauty and its power. Artists would painstakingly craft each feather, each detail, in rich colors that mimicked fire itself, hoping to bring even a small part of the phoenix's magic into their creations. They used gold, reds, and purples to capture the bird's fiery glow, creating an image that felt almost alive, as if at any moment the phoenix might rise from the artwork and take flight. On Roman coins, the phoenix often appeared as a symbol of Rome's own resilience, its promise to endure and thrive even in the face of challenges. To hold such a coin was to feel a connection to the eternal spirit of Rome, a city that would rise again and again, just as the phoenix did. These coins weren't just currency, they were reminders of the indomitable will of Rome, a shared belief that nothing could truly bring the empire down. With every coin exchanged, the image of the phoenix spread, a silent vow that Rome, like the legendary bird, would always find a way to be reborn. Mosaics adorned the walls and floors of Roman villas, capturing the phoenix in vibrant patterns that caught the light in mesmerizing ways. In these mosaics, artists would use small stones or tiles, each one carefully chosen, each one adding to the beauty and grace of the phoenix. Visitors would gaze upon these mosaics and feel as though they were in the presence of something divine. The phoenix, forever frozen in these delicate pieces, became a guardian of the household, a symbol of protection and renewal. It was as if the bird itself blessed each home, a promise of resilience and the courage to face whatever life might bring. The image of the phoenix in Roman art went beyond mere beauty. It was a vision of hope, a symbol that could lift the spirit and bring comfort. The phoenix reminded the people that no matter how dark things became, there was always a chance to rise, to start again. Artists poured their hearts into these depictions, understanding that they were capturing something far more profound than just a bird. They were capturing a piece of the human soul, a longing for rebirth, a dream that from ashes, new life could blossom. In every portrayal, the phoenix stood proud, unbroken, its wings spread wide as if ready to take flight. There was an elegance in its pose, a confidence that made it seem untouchable by time or fate. To the Romans, this was more than just an image, it was a reminder of the strength they carried within, a strength that would allow them to rise, no matter how many times they were brought low. The phoenix, in its beauty and power, became a symbol of what every Roman aspired to be: courageous, resilient, and unyielding in the face of adversity. Each time someone looked upon a depiction of the phoenix, they saw not only a beautiful creature but a promise of survival and hope. Whether in the bustling marketplaces, the quiet homes, or the grand temples of Rome, the phoenix's image was everywhere, a reminder that rebirth was always possible, that from the ashes, something magnificent could emerge once again. Beneath the golden rays of the sun, where warmth and life merge, lies a connection as old as time itself. The phoenix and the sun are bound together, each one reflecting the other's power and promise. Like the sun, the phoenix represents renewal, a bright and unstoppable force that rises after even the darkest night. In ancient lore, the phoenix was seen as a creature of fire, a being that was born and reborn in flames, just as the sun is reborn every dawn. This bond with the sun gave the phoenix its radiance and strength, making it more than just a symbol. It became a living embodiment of the light that guides us all. As the sun rises each morning, casting away the shadows, it echoes the story of the phoenix. Both remind us that nothing truly ends, that life is a cycle of death and rebirth. When people gazed up at the sun, they saw more than a ball of light. They saw hope, a promise that every day was a chance to begin again. And in the phoenix, they saw this same promise, a creature that, like the sun, could never be extinguished, always ready to rise and shine once more. The fiery feathers of the phoenix, glowing red and gold, are like a piece of the sun brought to earth, reminding us of the power we all have to find the light within ourselves. The Romans, who looked to the heavens for answers, saw the phoenix as a creature of the sun, its very soul connected to that radiant celestial body. This creature, born in the light and consumed by it, was a testament to the beauty and mystery of life's endless cycle. For the Romans, the phoenix was a living connection to the sun, a creature that held the secrets of life and death within its shimmering feathers. To see an image of the phoenix was to be reminded of the sun's own journey, a journey that mirrored the lives of all who looked upon it. And then there was Apollo, the god of the sun, the light bringer, whose chariot pulled the sun across the sky each day. Apollo was a god of wisdom, beauty, and music, but most of all, he was a god of the sun's endless journey, a journey that echoed the story of the phoenix. In Apollo's radiant presence, the phoenix found a kindred spirit, a force that understood the importance of renewal and transformation. The ancient Romans believed that Apollo himself watched over the phoenix, guiding it through its cycle of life, death, and rebirth, as he guided the sun through the sky. The phoenix, like Apollo, was a symbol of grace and resilience, of beauty that could never be tarnished. It was said that Apollo's music, the notes that flowed from his golden lyre, was a sound the phoenix could not resist. Drawn to the beauty of his music, the phoenix would lift its head to the heavens, its song joining with Apollo's melody in a harmony that transcended life itself. Their bond, the god and the bird, was unbreakable, a reminder that beauty and strength live within all who embrace the light, even in the face of darkness. In each sunrise, the Romans saw a promise, the same promise they found in the phoenix. As Apollo's light filled the world with warmth and hope, they remembered the phoenix's tale, its journey from ashes to life. It was a story that brought comfort, that touched something deep within the human soul, a reminder that even when life felt cold and dark, the sun and the phoenix would rise again. The phoenix wasn't just a creature of myth, it was a living symbol of Apollo's love, a piece of the sun's eternal fire brought down to earth. And as the phoenix soared through the skies, its feathers catching the sunlight, it became a vision of Apollo's gift to the world. Each glint of red and gold was a spark of hope, a reminder that no matter how many times we are brought low, we can find the strength to rise, to greet the sun once more. In this connection to Apollo, the phoenix wasn't just a bird, it became a symbol of the sun's promise, of light that would never be extinguished, of a life that would always find its way back from the shadows. To witness the phoenix was to see a piece of the sun itself, a piece of Apollo's endless light, a creature that, like the sun, would forever renew, forever shine. And in that light, the Romans found courage, found strength, and knew that no matter how dark the night, the sun and the phoenix would always return. The phoenix's life is unlike any other, a journey so moving, so filled with wonder, it feels like the heartbeat of nature itself. Its story begins in the simplest, most vulnerable form, an egg, glowing faintly with the promise of life. From within this delicate shell, hidden and safe, a miracle begins to stir. Slowly, with patience known only to the ancient, the phoenix breathes its first breath. And as the shell breaks, life awakens, revealing a small creature that glows with the faint fire of dawn. It's a being of pure light, born with the innocence and promise of a new beginning. The phoenix's life is not ordinary. It moves through the world with an almost ethereal grace, each step, each beat of its wings a dance with the natural world. Its feathers, a blend of scarlet, gold, and orange, burn with the intensity of 1,000 suns, but they are soft, gentle. It grows strong, radiant, and wise, absorbing the essence of the earth, the warmth of the sun, and the stillness of the night. It feels the pulse of the seasons, the rhythm of the earth's breath, and it understands that its life is a part of something greater, something eternal. As the years pass, the phoenix begins to age, its radiant feathers slowly dimming. But this is no sad ending, it's a transformation, a quiet, graceful acceptance. The phoenix knows that to truly live is to embrace change, to let go of what was, and to welcome what is to come. When its final days arrive, it makes a pilgrimage to a place it has always known, a nest, built carefully over the years with twigs and leaves, all dusted with the scent of sacred herbs. It settles down, folding its wings with a calm dignity, and gazes upon the world one last time. And then, with a breath that carries both sorrow and joy, it ignites. The flames are magnificent, wrapping the phoenix in a fire that is both fierce and gentle, a fire that consumes yet nurtures. It doesn't scream, it simply glows brighter and brighter until it is nothing but ash. And in that moment, when the last flame dies down, all that is left is a silent, ashen nest. But from within those ashes, a new life stirs. A tiny spark catches the first light of dawn, and from that spark, a young phoenix emerges, fragile yet glowing with the brilliance of life reborn. The cycle begins again, as natural as the changing of the seasons, a reminder that death is not an end, but a beginning. The phoenix's journey reflects the cycle of nature itself, the blossoming of spring, the fullness of summer, the quiet fading of autumn, and the stark beauty of winter. Each season is a part of life's dance, and just as the phoenix moves through birth, life, death, and rebirth, so does the world around it. Its story is a testament to the resilience of life, a promise that no matter how dark the winter, spring will always return, bringing warmth, color, and new beginnings. The Romans, inspired by this powerful symbol, immortalized the phoenix in their literature. It was a story they loved to tell, a story that reminded them of the strength of the human spirit, the courage to rise from loss and pain. In poetry and prose, they wrote of the phoenix's life, its death, and its triumphant rebirth, using the bird as a mirror to human existence. The great poet Ovid, in his Metamorphoses, spoke of the phoenix with reverence, describing its beauty, its strength, and the miracle of its resurrection. He saw in the phoenix not just a creature, but a symbol of hope, a reminder that life could renew itself, that from every sorrow, a new joy could be born. Pliny the Elder, too, wrote of the phoenix in his Natural History, with a fascination that mirrored his curiosity for the wonders of the world. He described it as a creature unlike any other, a bird that defied the natural laws, a being that could conquer death itself. For Pliny, the phoenix was a mystery, a creature that held within it the secrets of life's endless possibilities. Through his words, he brought the phoenix to life for his readers, sharing his awe and wonder, inviting them to see the world through eyes filled with curiosity and admiration. In each telling, the phoenix became more than just a story. It was a reflection of every person's journey, a symbol of resilience, a promise that life always offers another chance. To the Romans, who faced the struggles and triumphs of empire, who saw cities rise and fall, the phoenix was a reminder that there was beauty and strength in starting anew, that even in the ashes, there was life waiting to bloom. When Romans read of the phoenix, they felt a stirring in their hearts, a call to find strength within themselves. They carried the image of the phoenix with them, not just as a story, but as a piece of wisdom. It became part of their lives, a legend that brought comfort in times of loss and joy in times of renewal. And in each life, in every heart that beat with the hope of tomorrow, the spirit of the phoenix continued to burn, bright and unbreakable. In ancient Rome, where myths whispered through the streets and gods watched over daily life, the phoenix held a place of deep reverence. It wasn't just a beautiful tale or a creature of distant lands, it was a symbol of something sacred, a being touched by the divine. People didn't just admire the phoenix, they felt its presence like a flame in their hearts, a spark of hope that never faded. In a world where life was hard and loss came swiftly, the phoenix was a promise of renewal, of life triumphing over darkness. And for this, the Romans honored it in ways that transcended simple admiration. In temples filled with incense and prayers, the spirit of the phoenix lingered. Devotees would gather, carrying offerings of olive branches, fragrant flowers, and sacred herbs, each one a token of life and death. They placed these gifts at the feet of statues crafted to honor the mythical bird, figures of gold and bronze that shimmered as if holding the fire of the phoenix within them. In the quiet of these temples, lit by flickering candles and filled with whispered prayers, the image of the phoenix was alive, a symbol as holy as any god. People came not just to admire, but to connect, to feel a part of something eternal. Festivals dedicated to the phoenix were woven into the rhythms of Roman life, and when these days arrived, they brought with them a sense of joy, of sacred renewal. These celebrations weren't grand or lavish, they were heartfelt and filled with a sense of quiet reverence. Citizens would gather, each bringing a piece of themselves, a silent hope, or a memory of someone lost. And together, they honored the phoenix not with noise or spectacle but with sincerity, remembering that this bird, born of fire and ash, was their connection to the infinite cycle of life and rebirth. One ritual stood out, held at dawn, when the sky was still dark, and the first light of day was just beginning to touch the horizon. People would gather in a circle, facing the east, where the sun would rise, and with hands clasped and hearts open, they would chant softly, their voices blending with the early morning light. It was a ritual not just of worship but of unity, a collective reminder that life, like the phoenix, was beautiful because it was fragile and fleeting. And as the sun finally broke over the city, lighting up the faces of those gathered, there was a moment, a shared silence, where everyone felt the phoenix, felt the strength to face life's trials and the courage to rise from their own ashes. It was said that special temples were built, places where the phoenix was honored as a divine symbol of transformation. These temples were not large or ornate, they were simple, sacred spaces, their walls etched with symbols of the bird's fiery journey. In these temples, priests tended fires that were never allowed to go out, a flame that represented the unending life of the phoenix, a fire that could consume yet purify. This flame was seen as a gift, a living representation of the phoenix's spirit, and as long as it burned, the people knew that life would go on, that hope would always return. When festivals honoring the phoenix took place, they were often marked by the planting of young saplings, trees that would grow and thrive, symbols of new beginnings. As the phoenix rose from the ashes, so did these trees from the soil, living testaments to the power of rebirth. Children, the future of Rome, would take part in these rituals, planting the young trees with hands guided by the elders, learning that just as the phoenix was reborn, so too could they face the challenges of life with resilience. The people of Rome saw the phoenix as a bridge between the mortal and the divine, a creature that understood both worlds. To worship the phoenix was to acknowledge their own fears and sorrows, their longing for meaning in a world that was often unforgiving. In honoring this mythical bird, they were honoring their own struggles, their own dreams of rising above the hardships that weighed on them. And each time they prayed or offered a small token at the phoenix's altar, they were reminded that they, too, held the fire of resilience within them. In the eyes of the Romans, the phoenix wasn't just a bird of myth, it was a guide, a silent companion on the journey of life. To worship it, to celebrate its story, was to honor the most human of experiences, the ability to endure, to find light even in the darkest of times. And as they looked upon the statues, the flames, and the saplings planted in its name, they found a peace, a quiet comfort, knowing that like the phoenix, they too could rise from the ashes, renewed and unbreakable. In the heart of the Roman Empire, where empires rose and fell with the will of gods and men, the phoenix became more than a mythical creature, it became a symbol of the empire itself. As Rome conquered and lost lands, as rulers came and went, as wars ravaged cities and left scars across the landscape, the image of the phoenix burned brighter, an emblem of power and endurance. The Romans, known for their strength, saw themselves in the phoenix, seeing its rebirth as a mirror to their own journey, a testament to their resilience in the face of both triumph and turmoil. To the leaders of Rome, the phoenix wasn't just a bird, it was a flame that burned within the empire, a promise that no matter how many storms threatened to break them, they would rise again. They took the image of the phoenix and made it theirs, weaving it into the fabric of Rome's identity. Coins were minted with the likeness of the phoenix, each one a small but powerful reminder of Rome's eternal spirit. When citizens held those coins, they didn't just see currency, they saw a silent pledge from their leaders, a promise that their empire would never truly die. Emperors found strength in the phoenix, and they shared this strength with their people through art and stories. Statues were erected, banners carried the bird's fiery symbol, and soon, the empire felt united in its strength, bound by the legend of the phoenix. Each time the phoenix rose from the ashes in stories and symbols, the people felt their own spirits rise, filled with pride and courage. It wasn't only an image of rebirth, it was a call to endure, a reminder that the Roman people had overcome so much, and that together, they could endure anything. When Rome faced its greatest challenges, when enemies pressed in from all sides and darkness threatened the heart of the empire, the phoenix was their light. It became part of Rome's imperial propaganda, a message to allies and enemies alike: Rome was eternal. The empire might suffer, but like the phoenix, it would always rise stronger, reborn from the ashes of its trials. In battles, when soldiers looked to their banners and saw the phoenix, they were reminded of their legacy, of the blood and sacrifice that bound them together, of the strength that would carry them forward, no matter the cost. For the emperors, the phoenix was more than just a symbol of rebirth, it was a testament to their leadership, their dedication to Rome's people and future. They saw themselves as the guardians of this legacy, carrying the empire through hardship as the phoenix carried itself through the fire. Every public appearance, every speech, every gesture was carefully crafted to echo the promise of the phoenix: strength in adversity, life in the face of death. The emperors showed their people that they, too, would endure, that they would lead Rome through its darkest days and bring it into the light of a new dawn. In times of peace, the phoenix was still present, a quiet but powerful reminder of Rome's resilience. Festivals celebrated not only the gods and goddesses of Rome but the spirit of the phoenix, the unyielding flame that burned in the heart of the empire. People gathered to share stories of Rome's victories, to remember the trials they had faced together, to honor those who had sacrificed their lives so that the empire might live on. It was a time of unity, a celebration of the unbreakable bond that tied each citizen to the phoenix and to each other. And as the empire continued to grow, as its influence spread to the far corners of the world, the phoenix flew with it, a symbol of hope to the people and a warning to those who would stand against Rome. To friends, the phoenix was a promise of prosperity and protection. To enemies, it was a reminder that Rome was a force that could not be crushed. Even in lands that had never seen the gates of Rome, the legend of the phoenix spread, carrying with it the power of an empire that seemed, like the phoenix, to be eternal. Through all of Rome's struggles and triumphs, through its rise and fall, the phoenix remained, an image of strength that endured long after the last emperor had fallen. The people held onto it, even as the empire itself faded, even as the world moved on. And perhaps it is this enduring spirit, that is the truest legacy of Rome. For the phoenix, like Rome, was not only a story but a promise, a reminder that even in the ashes, there is life, and that true strength lies not in avoiding the fire but in finding the courage to rise from it, time and again. In every corner of the world, the story of the phoenix is echoed in myths that span centuries and cultures, each carrying a universal message about hope, rebirth, and the enduring spirit of life. As we look closely, we find that the tale of the phoenix is not just a lonely flame flickering in the dark, it is a bright beacon shared among many traditions, each adding their own rich layers of meaning. It pulls at the heartstrings, reminding us that even in the darkest times, renewal is possible. In ancient Egypt, the Bennu bird stood as a close relative to the phoenix, its tail woven into the very fabric of their beliefs. This magnificent bird, often depicted as a heron or a crane, symbolized the sun and creation. The Bennu was said to arise from the ashes of its predecessor, just like the phoenix, and its story resonated with the people of Egypt, who saw it as a representation of the eternal cycle of life. Every morning, as the sun rose, it was a reminder that even after the darkest nights, a new day would dawn. When the Bennu took flight, it was said to carry the hopes and dreams of the people. They believed that its song was the sound of the universe, echoing the message that life, in all its complexity, would continue. The Egyptians saw this bird as a symbol of their own resilience, reflecting their belief in the power of the sun to give life, to destroy, and to bring forth new beginnings. Just as the Bennu rose, so too did the Nile flood, bringing fertility and renewal to the land. This connection to nature mirrored their understanding that life is a series of cycles, of growth, decay, and rebirth. This idea of rebirth resonates deeply in many cultures. In the Hindu tradition, the concept of reincarnation illustrates a similar truth. Life is seen as a continuous journey, where the soul is reborn into new forms, facing challenges and experiences that lead to ultimate enlightenment. Each life lived is a chance to rise again, just as the phoenix emerges from its ashes. The cycle of birth, death, and rebirth in Hinduism emphasizes that each ending is merely a new beginning. This profound belief helps individuals navigate life's hardships, offering comfort and hope that every end carries the seeds of a new start. In Japan, the myth of the Yatagarasu, a three-legged crow, shares a parallel narrative. This sacred bird is believed to guide people toward their destiny, often associated with the sun and divine guidance. The Yatagarasu serves as a symbol of power and authority, representing the idea that from chaos and darkness, clarity and direction can emerge. In many ways, the journey of the Yatagarasu embodies the essence of the phoenix. It highlights the strength to overcome adversity and emerge stronger and more enlightened. The significance of rebirth is not confined to ancient myths, it finds resonance in modern stories and literature as well. Authors and poets across cultures have drawn inspiration from the imagery of rising from the ashes. Whether in the form of a protagonist facing insurmountable odds or a story of transformation, the phoenix remains a powerful symbol of hope and resilience. Readers can't help but feel a connection to these stories, resonating with the struggles and triumphs of the characters who mirror their own journeys. Even in indigenous cultures around the world, the theme of rebirth is woven into their beliefs and narratives. In Native American traditions, many tribes speak of the thunderbird, a powerful spirit who brings storms and renewal to the earth. The thunderbird's power is linked to the life-giving rain that nourishes the land, much like the phoenix's fiery rebirth symbolizes rejuvenation. These tales remind communities that, like the seasons, life is ever-changing, and with each storm, there is the promise of new growth. The essence of the phoenix, the binyu, the yatagarasu, and countless other symbols across cultures all echo the same timeless truth: life is a beautiful, complex cycle. Each culture tells its story in its own way, yet the underlying message is clear and universal. There is beauty in rebirth, strength in resilience, and hope even in the depths of despair. In a world that often feels heavy with challenges, these stories serve as reminders that endings can be beautiful. They carry the weight of human experience, whispering that it's okay to fall, to face trials, to feel lost. The true power lies in the rising, of embracing the ashes and allowing them to transform us. Through these myths, we learn that we are never truly alone in our struggles. The stories of the phoenix, the binyu, and others resonate within us, urging us to keep moving forward, to keep rising, just like the sun after the darkest night. Each time we hear these tales, we are reminded of our shared humanity, our capacity to endure, and the promise of new beginnings that lie ahead. In a world full of challenges, the flame of the phoenix continues to burn bright, illuminating the path toward hope, healing, and transformation. The phoenix, a creature of fire and rebirth, has inspired countless artists throughout history, capturing the imagination and hearts of many. In every painting, sculpture, and tapestry that features this legendary bird, there's a powerful story that resonates with human experiences of struggle, transformation, and renewal. Each representation invites viewers to witness not just the beauty of the phoenix, but also the emotions tied to its symbolic journey through life, death, and rebirth. In ancient art, the phoenix often appeared in the context of Egyptian mythology, closely associated with the sun and the cycle of life. Artwork from this period depicted the phoenix rising from flames, often adorned in vibrant colors that radiated warmth and light. The flames were not merely destructive, they represented a cleansing force, preparing the phoenix for its rebirth. These early representations captured the essence of hope, illustrating how life could emerge anew from the ashes. The sight of the phoenix in these artworks brought comfort to people, reassuring them that endings could be beautiful beginnings. As time progressed into Greek and Roman periods, the iconography of the phoenix evolved, taking on new meanings and artistic styles. Artists began to focus on the bird's majestic appearance, portraying it with stunning plumage that gleamed like gold and red. These vivid colors symbolized the sun's power, and the phoenix was often depicted soaring high in the sky, a representation of triumph and resilience. The beauty of the phoenix became a celebration of life itself, inspiring awe and admiration from those who beheld it. In these artworks, the phoenix was not just a bird, it was a reminder that we could rise above our struggles, drawing strength from our experiences. As the centuries rolled on, the symbolism of the phoenix began to permeate various forms of art, transcending cultural boundaries. In medieval European art, the phoenix emerged as a powerful Christian symbol. Artists portrayed it in illuminated manuscripts and stained glass windows, often depicting the bird alongside imagery of resurrection. This connection to rebirth aligned perfectly with the Christian faith, emphasizing themes of hope, eternal life, and the promise of salvation. The phoenix was no longer merely a mythical creature, it became a representation of divine grace, offering a sense of solace to believers navigating the trials of life. The Renaissance marked a significant turning point in the portrayal of the phoenix. Artists began to embrace realism and emotional depth, creating more intricate and expressive representations of the bird. Painters like Albrecht Dürer and Giovanni Battista Tiepolo captured the phoenix in dramatic compositions, showcasing its fiery plumage against contrasting dark backgrounds. These images ignited a sense of wonder and magic, allowing viewers to feel the heat of the flames and witness the raw power of rebirth. The Renaissance phoenix was not just a beautiful figure, it was an embodiment of the human spirit, resilient and unyielding. In modern art, the phoenix continues to captivate artists across the globe. Its image has been reinterpreted in countless ways, from abstract paintings to street art, reflecting the diverse experiences of contemporary society. Artists use the phoenix to convey themes of personal transformation, social change, and resilience in the face of adversity. Each new interpretation breathes fresh life into the ancient myth, reminding us that the cycle of life and rebirth is not confined to history, it is a living, breathing part of our existence. In the digital age, the phoenix has found new life in graphic novels, animation, and film. The vibrant colors and dynamic movements of the phoenix come to life, allowing audiences to experience the emotional journey of this mythical creature in exciting new ways. These modern representations capture the essence of hope and renewal, reaching hearts across generations and cultures. The phoenix continues to rise, carrying with it the stories of those who dare to dream, who embrace change, and who find strength in their challenges. Each artwork featuring the phoenix tells a story of resilience, inviting viewers to reflect on their own lives. The colors, the flames, the soaring flight, every detail serves to remind us that even when faced with despair, there is always a path to renewal. The phoenix, with its majestic wings and fiery spirit, embodies our deepest hopes and dreams, encouraging us to rise from our struggles and emerge stronger than before. As we gaze upon the countless representations of the phoenix throughout history, we are reminded of the timeless connection we share with this legendary bird. It symbolizes our collective journey, the fires we face, and the strength we find within ourselves to rise again. The phoenix teaches us that even in our darkest moments, there is light waiting to break through, waiting to lift us from the ashes and help us soar once more. The power of the phoenix lives on, igniting a spark of hope in the hearts of all who encounter its extraordinary story. In the shadows of ancient beliefs, where myths intertwined with the fabric of daily life, the phoenix emerged as a powerful symbol of hope and transformation. As Christianity began to take root, this majestic bird became an unexpected ally, bridging the old and the new, embodying a message that resonated deeply with early Christians. The image of the phoenix, with its fiery rebirth, echoed the core message of resurrection that lay at the heart of the Christian faith. Early Christians, living in a world steeped in pagan traditions, often sought to find connections between their beliefs and those of the surrounding cultures. The phoenix stood out as a beacon of hope, a creature that rose from the ashes of its former self, just as Christ was believed to have risen from the dead. This transformation was not merely a change in form, it was a profound renewal of spirit and purpose. The idea of the phoenix rising, vibrant and renewed, became a powerful metaphor for the promise of eternal life offered through Christ's resurrection. As Christians faced persecution and hardship, the story of the phoenix provided comfort. Imagine a believer, weary and afraid, grappling with the fear of death and the unknown. In the distance, they see the shimmering image of the phoenix soaring above the flames. Its wings, radiant and golden, symbolize the triumph of life over death. This imagery brought solace, reinforcing the belief that, like the phoenix, they too could rise above their struggles, emerging stronger and more vibrant than before. The early Christian writers recognized the power of this symbolism. They adopted the image of the phoenix in their texts, embedding it within their teachings. Church fathers, like Tertullian, eloquently wove the phoenix into their sermons, emphasizing its significance as a reflection of Christ's resurrection. They described how the bird lived for hundreds of years, only to die in flames, and then be reborn from its ashes, mirroring the resurrection narrative central to their faith. Each mention of the phoenix served to deepen the connection between the ancient myth and the revolutionary message of Christianity. Art became another canvas for this powerful symbolism. Early Christians began to depict the phoenix in frescoes, mosaics, and manuscripts. The images were often subtle, woven into scenes of biblical stories, yet they carried a profound message. The sight of the phoenix in these artworks was more than an aesthetic choice, it was a visual reminder of the hope and renewal that Christ offered to humanity. In catacombs and churches, the phoenix could be seen alongside symbols like the fish and the chiro, each representing aspects of Christian belief. Imagine standing in a dimly lit catacomb, surrounded by images of the phoenix, its wings outstretched, the flames encircling it. The air is thick with history, and as you gaze at the intricate details, a wave of emotion washes over you. This creature, once rooted in mythology, now carries the weight of faith, embodying the promise of new life and everlasting hope. The symbolism of the phoenix as a resurrection figure grew stronger as early Christians sought to affirm their faith in the face of adversity. The phoenix became a sign of victory over death, a vivid representation of the hope that lay in the promise of eternal life. Just as the bird would rise again, so too would believers find their own resurrection through faith in Christ. This message rang clear during times of persecution when believers clung to the idea that their suffering was not the end, but rather a passage to something greater. Even as the church grew and transformed, the image of the phoenix remained a powerful symbol. It offered a sense of continuity, bridging the gap between ancient traditions and new beliefs. The phoenix represented not just the resurrection of Christ, but also the transformative power of faith in the lives of believers. As the centuries passed, the phoenix continued to soar through Christian art and literature, embodying the enduring message of hope and renewal. It whispered stories of resilience to those who felt lost or defeated. In moments of despair, when life seemed unbearably heavy, the image of the phoenix rising from the ashes served as a reminder that every ending is but a new beginning. Consider the heart of a believer grappling with loss, yearning for solace. In their darkest moments, the vision of the phoenix ignites a flicker of hope. The flames that once seemed destructive now represent a cleansing fire, purging the past and paving the way for a new dawn. This powerful imagery encapsulates the essence of faith, the belief that, no matter how deep the sorrow or how dark the night, there is always the promise of light and new beginnings. Through its rich symbolism, the phoenix has transcended time, continually reminding us of the transformative power of faith. It speaks to the universal human experience, the struggles we face, the pain we endure, and the hope that rises from the ashes of despair. The phoenix's story resonates with the hearts of believers, reminding them that, like the mythical bird, they too can rise again, fueled by the promise of resurrection and the unwavering spirit of renewal. In this way, the phoenix stands as a testament to the enduring power of hope and the belief in a brighter tomorrow, echoing the message that has touched countless lives across generations. The image of the phoenix, once a part of ancient mythology, has woven itself into the very fabric of Christian faith, offering strength, inspiration, and a profound reminder of the beauty of rebirth. The phoenix has long captivated the hearts and minds of writers, emerging as a powerful symbol of transformation, resilience, and hope. Across centuries, this mythical creature has soared through the pages of literature, inspiring countless stories that echo the profound themes of life, death, and rebirth. In the hands of writers, the phoenix becomes more than just a bird of fire. It embodies the human spirit's ability to rise from adversity, reflecting our deepest fears and greatest aspirations. From ancient texts to modern novels, the phoenix has been a source of inspiration for authors seeking to convey the struggles of the human experience. One of the earliest mentions can be found in the works of Herodotus, who spoke of the phoenix as a majestic creature that lived for hundreds of years, only to perish in flames and be reborn. This image of death leading to new life resonated deeply with readers, evoking feelings of wonder and hope. The very idea that something could rise from its ashes, vibrant and renewed, is a theme that has echoed through literature ever since. In the Middle Ages, poets and writers continued to embrace the phoenix, weaving it into their narratives as a symbol of resurrection and divine grace. The creature appeared in various forms, often associated with the idea of redemption and the promise of eternal life. Writers found solace in its story, using it to convey the message that from darkness comes light. The phoenix became a metaphor for spiritual rebirth, urging readers to believe in the possibility of transformation even in the face of despair. As the Renaissance blossomed, the phoenix emerged in art and poetry, capturing the imagination of those who yearned for renewal during a time of great change. In the works of Shakespeare, for instance, the phoenix is used to symbolize love and beauty, often illustrating the idea that true love can withstand the trials of time and emerge stronger than ever. The imagery of the phoenix flying high above the flames resonated with audiences, reminding them of the power of resilience and the beauty of starting anew. With the advent of the Romantic era, the phoenix took on new dimensions. Poets like John Keats and Percy Bysshe Shelley used the myth as a powerful symbol of inspiration and creativity. For them, the phoenix represented the cycle of artistic creation, how great works of art can rise from the ashes of previous ideas, much like the bird itself. In this context, the phoenix became a symbol of artistic immortality, encouraging writers to embrace the transformative power of their craft. Modern interpretations of the phoenix have continued to flourish, especially in literature and popular culture. Contemporary authors have reimagined the creature, placing it at the center of their stories, and fusing their narratives with themes of empowerment, identity, and the struggle for survival. In fantasy novels, the phoenix often embodies magical properties, symbolizing hope in a world filled with darkness. Readers are drawn to its fiery beauty, captivated by the idea that it can emerge from the ashes stronger than ever. In young adult literature, the phoenix has become a popular motif representing the journey of self-discovery. Characters who identify with the phoenix often face tremendous challenges, reflecting the trials of adolescence and the quest for identity. They learn that, just like the phoenix, they can rise above their struggles, transforming pain into strength. This powerful imagery resonates deeply with young readers, instilling a sense of hope and empowerment during a time of profound change. Graphic novels and comic books have also embraced the phoenix, using its symbolism to convey complex themes. Characters who embody the phoenix often navigate their own journeys of self-acceptance, grappling with their past while striving for a brighter future. The dynamic illustrations of the phoenix soaring through the skies, flames dancing around it, capture the raw emotion of these stories. The visual representation of rebirth becomes a source of inspiration for readers, encouraging them to embrace their own transformations. Moreover, the phoenix has inspired countless retellings and adaptations across various media. From film to theater, its story continues to resonate with audiences. Movies that explore themes of resurrection often draw upon the imagery of the phoenix, portraying characters who must confront their past to emerge stronger. The flames of their struggles become a crucible for growth, symbolizing the journey of overcoming adversity and embracing one's true self. As each generation encounters the phoenix, they reinterpret its story to reflect their own experiences. The creature's symbolism evolves, adapting to the cultural and societal contexts of the time. Yet, at its core, the phoenix remains a powerful emblem of hope, reminding us of the beauty of rebirth and the strength found in resilience. It speaks to our longing for renewal, urging us to believe in our ability to rise above our challenges and emerge stronger. The emotional resonance of the phoenix in literature creates a profound connection with readers. Each retelling evokes feelings of empathy, courage, and inspiration, compelling us to confront our own struggles. Whether we are facing personal trials or seeking to understand the complexities of the human experience, the story of the phoenix reminds us that we are not alone in our journey. In the grand tapestry of literature, the phoenix weaves itself through various narratives, embodying the universal themes of hope, renewal, and transformation. Its wings, aflame with possibility, continue to inspire writers to craft stories that reflect our deepest emotions and aspirations. The phoenix serves as a reminder that, like the mythical bird, we too can rise from the ashes of our challenges, embracing the beauty of life cycles and the promise of new beginnings. As you hold a Roman coin in your hand, imagine the stories it carries. Each tiny piece of metal, engraved with intricate designs, whispers secrets of the past. Among these coins, some bear the image of a remarkable creature, the phoenix. To those who lived in ancient Rome, the phoenix was not just a mythical bird, it was a powerful symbol of renewal and resilience, immortalized in the very currency they used daily. Coins have a unique way of connecting us to history, each one a window into the thoughts and beliefs of those who lived centuries ago. Roman coins featuring the phoenix often depicted the bird rising majestically from its ashes, wings outstretched in triumph. This striking imagery spoke to the Roman people's admiration for strength, the ability to endure hardship, and the promise of new beginnings. One of the most profound aspects of the phoenix on Roman coins is its ability to convey hope and stability during turbulent times. Imagine a soldier clutching his coin tightly, feeling its cold surface in the midst of chaos. In a world of political strife and uncertainty, the phoenix offered a message of resilience. It reminded the people that just as the bird rises anew, so too could their empire find strength and renewal after adversity. The Roman Empire, vast and powerful, faced many challenges, including wars, famines, and political instability. During these trying times, the imagery of the phoenix on coins served as a beacon of hope, a reminder that life could flourish even after destruction. Each coin with the phoenix symbol carried a message from the rulers to their people: we shall rise again, stronger and more united than before. Numerous emperors adopted the phoenix as a symbol in their coinage. For them, it represented not only their reign but also their vision for the future of Rome. Emperors understood the power of imagery and its impact on the hearts of their subjects. By associating themselves with the phoenix, they aligned their leadership with the qualities of the mythical bird, immortality, renewal, and divine favor. One notable example is the coin minted during the reign of Emperor Caracalla, who ruled from 198 to 217 CE. His coins depicted the phoenix standing on a globe, symbolizing the vastness and strength of the empire. This powerful imagery conveyed a sense of unity and stability, reinforcing the idea that, like the phoenix, Rome would rise from the challenges it faced. Caracalla's coins are a testament to the hope and ambition that coursed through the veins of Roman society during his rule. But the phoenix on Roman coins wasn't just about imperial propaganda. It resonated deeply with the common people, too. Imagine a mother, weary from the struggles of daily life, holding a coin with the phoenix image as she buys bread for her family. That symbol reminded her that renewal was possible, that even in the darkest times, hope could ignite a new flame. As the years went by, the representation of the phoenix on Roman coins evolved, adapting to the changing values of society. During the late Roman Empire, as Christianity began to spread, the phoenix took on new meanings. It became a symbol of resurrection and eternal life, paralleling the teachings of Christianity. Coins began to reflect this transformation, merging the ancient symbolism of the phoenix with the emerging religious beliefs of the time. Imagine a young Christian holding a coin adorned with the phoenix as a symbol of Christ's resurrection. The emotional weight of that coin would have been profound, as it bridged the gap between the old and new worlds, uniting the past with a hopeful future. The phoenix, once a symbol of the empire's might, now became a testament to the promise of eternal life, intertwining with the spiritual beliefs of an evolving society. Throughout history, coins featuring the phoenix have become rare treasures, sought after by collectors and historians alike. Each one is a tangible piece of a time when the Roman Empire was at its height, a time filled with dreams, struggles, and a yearning for renewal. These coins are more than just currency, they are artifacts of resilience, embodying the spirit of a civilization that, despite its challenges, dared to hope for rebirth. As we reflect on the symbolism of the phoenix in Roman coinage, we see a powerful narrative emerge, a narrative that speaks to the human experience itself. It reminds us that, just like the phoenix, we all encounter moments of struggle and despair. Yet, within those moments, there lies the potential for transformation. The coins bearing the phoenix serve as a testament to our collective resilience, encouraging us to embrace the cycles of life. In times of darkness, we can look to the imagery of the phoenix as a reminder that hope is never truly lost. With every trial we face, there exists the possibility of renewal, of rising stronger from the ashes of our past. In this way, the phoenix transcends its role as a mere symbol on a coin. It becomes a profound reminder of our shared humanity, inspiring us to believe in the power of rebirth and the enduring strength of the human spirit. Each time we encounter the phoenix, whether in art, literature, or even a simple coin, we connect with the timeless story of resilience and hope, a story that continues to resonate within us all. In the heart of ancient Rome, amidst grand temples and bustling marketplaces, the phoenix soared high, a majestic symbol that stirred the souls of its people. To the Romans, this mythical bird was more than just a creature of legend. It was a powerful emblem of their identity, resilience, and the unbreakable spirit of their great empire. When the world felt uncertain and chaotic, the image of the phoenix ignited hope, reminding everyone that renewal was always possible. Picture a Roman citizen standing in the Forum, surrounded by the grandeur of marble statues and towering columns. In that moment, they glance at a depiction of the phoenix, its wings spread wide and its feathers shimmering like flames. This imagery evoked deep feelings within them, a reminder of the struggles they faced as a nation and the promise that their beloved Rome would rise again, just like the legendary bird reborn from its ashes. The phoenix became a nationalistic symbol, representing not only the strength of Rome but also its ability to overcome adversity. As the empire expanded, conquering lands and cultures, the Roman people embraced the phoenix as a metaphor for their enduring legacy. They believed that their civilization, like the bird, would never truly perish. It would always rise anew, adapting and thriving through the ages. During times of turmoil, the connection between the phoenix and the Roman identity grew stronger. When internal conflicts threatened the empire's stability, citizens clung to the image of the phoenix as a source of comfort. In their hearts, they knew that just as the phoenix emerged from flames, Rome could rise from the ashes of war and despair. This belief fostered a sense of unity among the people, reminding them that they were part of something greater, a grand narrative that transcended their individual struggles. Emperors, too, recognized the profound impact of the phoenix on the Roman psyche. By aligning themselves with this powerful symbol, they reinforced their authority and connection to the legacy of Rome. Coins, statues, and artworks adorned with the image of the phoenix served as constant reminders of the empire's strength and the hope for its future. When citizens saw their leaders embracing the phoenix, it sparked a flame of national pride within them, igniting their imaginations and inspiring loyalty to the empire. As Rome faced challenges from outside forces, the phoenix stood as a metaphor for resilience and endurance. When barbarian tribes threatened the borders, the image of the phoenix soaring above the city was a rallying cry for the soldiers. The army drew strength from the belief that they, too, could rise like the phoenix, defending their homeland with unwavering courage. Each battle fought was a testament to the spirit of renewal embodied in that mythical bird, fueling the flames of determination in the hearts of those who fought to protect their way of life. In times of peace, the phoenix took on a new significance, symbolizing not just survival but also prosperity and cultural flourishing. The arts and sciences bloomed, and the Roman people reveled in their achievements. Festivals celebrating the phoenix became occasions for unity and celebration, where citizens gathered to honor their shared heritage. Together, they recognized that their identity was intertwined with the legacy of the phoenix, a legacy that had been shaped by their history and their dreams for the future. As the empire evolved, so too did the representation of the phoenix. It became a symbol of transformation, embodying the spirit of a nation that embraced change while holding onto its core values. The image of the phoenix was not static, it adapted to reflect the aspirations of each generation. It reminded the people that, no matter the trials they faced, they could rise above and redefine themselves, just as the phoenix did. In the art and literature of the time, the phoenix flourished as a central motif. Poets wrote verses that celebrated its beauty and strength, capturing the imaginations of their readers. These stories resonated with the citizens, connecting them to their past while igniting their hopes for the future. The phoenix was a bridge between history and aspiration, a timeless reminder of the spirit that defined Roman identity. As the sun set over the city, casting golden hues across the landscape, the image of the phoenix continued to shine brightly in the hearts of the Roman people. It embodied their dreams, their struggles, and their unyielding hope for renewal. In every challenge they faced, in every victory they celebrated, the phoenix soared above them, a powerful reminder that they were part of something extraordinary, a legacy that would endure through time. This legacy transcended the physical boundaries of the empire, extending far beyond the borders of Rome. The story of the phoenix became intertwined with the essence of what it meant to be Roman. It was a tale of courage, transformation, and an unwavering belief in the future. As generations passed, the myth of the phoenix continued to inspire, serving as a guiding light for those who sought to honor the spirit of their ancestors. Even today, the image of the phoenix remains a potent symbol of resilience and rebirth, echoing the values that shaped Roman identity. It reminds us that, in our own lives, we can rise from the challenges we face, just as the phoenix rises from the ashes. The spirit of the phoenix lives on, a timeless testament to the enduring legacy of those who dared to dream and fight for their place in history. In the heart of ancient Rome, as the sun dipped below the horizon, stories of the phoenix danced through the streets, weaving a magical tapestry of hope and rebirth. These tales were not mere myths, they were the lifeblood of Roman culture, passed from one generation to the next, igniting the imaginations of young and old alike. In the flickering light of oil lamps, families gathered, eager to listen as their elders shared the powerful legends of the phoenix, a creature that rose from the ashes to live again. One of the most cherished stories spoke of a solitary phoenix living in a grand palace made of sunlight and clouds. It was said that once every 500 years, this magnificent bird would soar high above the land, its feathers glowing like molten gold. As it flew, the air around it shimmered with a warmth that could soothe even the most troubled heart. The people marveled at its beauty, believing that seeing the phoenix in flight brought good fortune and prosperity. But the most touching part of the tale lay in the moment of transformation. As the phoenix neared the end of its life, it would search for the perfect spot to create its nest. This nest, crafted from fragrant herbs and vibrant flowers, was not just a home, it was a sanctuary where the phoenix would prepare for its final moments. The sight of this beautiful nest was both heartbreaking and awe-inspiring, reminding the Romans that life is a cycle of beginnings and endings. When the time came, the phoenix would ignite its nest in a brilliant blaze, flames dancing like the stars. The fire consumed everything, leaving behind only ashes. Yet, from those ashes, a new phoenix would emerge, weak but radiant. This rebirth was not just a physical resurrection, it represented hope, resilience, and the promise that life continues, even after the darkest moments. Another popular story told of a young Roman girl who lived in a small village. She faced hardships that seemed insurmountable, her family struggled to make ends meet, and their home was filled with sadness. One evening, as she sat alone, feeling lost and abandoned, a soft glow illuminated her room. The air around her filled with warmth, and suddenly, the phoenix appeared before her. With its brilliant feathers and wise eyes, the phoenix spoke to her, sharing stories of its own struggles and triumphs. It told her that life was full of challenges, but that every ending could lead to a new beginning. Inspired by the phoenix's words, the girl found the courage to face her problems. She began to help her family, finding small ways to bring joy and light into their lives. Slowly but surely, her village transformed, and her family's struggles lessened. The legend of the girl and the phoenix spread, a beautiful reminder that hope can arise from despair. These stories were often accompanied by songs sung during festivals dedicated to the phoenix. People gathered in the streets, their voices rising like a chorus to the heavens. They sang of the phoenix's strength, its beauty, and its ability to rise from the ashes. The melodies were hauntingly beautiful, filling the hearts of listeners with a sense of unity and hope. As the songs echoed through the night, the Romans felt connected to each other and to the legendary bird, sharing in its timeless tale of rebirth. Oral traditions surrounding the phoenix were not limited to grand stories, they also included smaller, everyday tales passed down within families. Grandmothers would tell their grandchildren about moments when they felt defeated, only to rise again stronger than before. These stories served as a comforting reminder that resilience is a part of life, and just like the phoenix, everyone has the power to rise from their struggles. Children would often ask for tales of the phoenix, their eyes wide with wonder as they imagined the majestic creature soaring through the skies. The stories taught them valuable lessons about perseverance and hope, instilling in them the belief that they, too, could overcome challenges. As they grew, they carried those lessons with them, shaping their identities and guiding their paths. As time went on, the tales of the phoenix began to intertwine with the daily lives of the Romans. It became common to see symbols of the phoenix on pottery, jewelry, and even clothing. The stories transformed into powerful symbols of hope, reminding everyone that life is a journey filled with ups and downs. People would often exchange stories about their own experiences of rebirth, connecting the legend of the phoenix to their own lives. In times of crisis, when war threatened the peace of the empire or famine struck the land, the stories of the phoenix gained even more significance. They served as a beacon of hope, encouraging the Roman people to hold onto their faith in a brighter future. The image of the phoenix rising from the ashes became synonymous with survival and renewal. It was a reminder that even in the darkest times, light could emerge, guiding them toward a new beginning. Through the oral traditions and popular stories, the myth of the phoenix thrived, becoming a cherished part of Roman folklore. The tales were not just stories, they were a source of inspiration, resilience, and connection. As generations passed, the essence of the phoenix lived on, igniting the hearts of all who heard its legend. It symbolized a profound truth, that from every ending comes a new beginning, and that even in the face of despair, hope can rise, shining brightly like the wings of the phoenix against the vast, dark sky. In a world filled with mystery and wonder, the phoenix stands as a radiant symbol of transformation and rebirth. For centuries, this mythical creature has captured the imagination of many, but it holds a particularly profound place in the heart of alchemy. Alchemy, the ancient practice of turning base metals into gold and seeking the elusive philosopher's stone, is a quest for profound change, and the phoenix perfectly embodies this idea. As the story goes, the phoenix rises from its own ashes, a powerful testament to the idea that from destruction comes new life. This transformation is what alchemists sought to achieve, not just in the physical sense, but also spiritually and emotionally. They believed that by undergoing their own personal metamorphosis, they could connect with something greater, something divine. The phoenix, with its fiery rebirth, became a guiding symbol in this quest for enlightenment. In the writings of alchemists, the phoenix is often depicted alongside the philosopher's stone, a legendary substance said to grant immortality and the ability to turn lead into gold. This stone represented the ultimate transformation, a process that went beyond the physical and delved into the depths of the soul. Just as the phoenix was reborn from the flames, the alchemists sought to transform not only base metals but also their very essence. One poignant image in alchemical texts describes the phoenix perched atop a mound of glowing ashes, its wings spread wide, ready to take flight into a new existence. This image resonates deeply, symbolizing the journey of the alchemist who must face trials and tribulations to emerge renewed. The flames that consume the phoenix are reminiscent of the fires of the crucible, where raw materials are melted down and reshaped into something extraordinary. As alchemists pored over their texts, they found inspiration in the phoenix's story. One notable alchemist, Paracelsus, spoke of the phoenix in terms of the soul's journey. He wrote about the need to undergo a process of purification, to shed the old self like a snake shedding its skin. This process was essential for reaching a higher state of being. Paracelsus believed that by embracing the spirit of the phoenix, individuals could experience profound change, leaving behind what no longer served them and emerging as something more powerful and beautiful. The allegory of the phoenix also served as a source of comfort and hope for those grappling with personal struggles. Alchemists understood that the journey to transformation could be painful, filled with uncertainty and self-doubt. They drew parallels between their own trials and the phoenix's fiery rebirth. This connection helped them realize that pain often precedes growth and that moments of despair could lead to a brighter, more enlightened existence. In these texts, the phoenix is described in glowing terms, its vibrant colors and majestic presence capturing the essence of transformation. Alchemists likened their own struggles to the phoenix's journey, recognizing that just as the bird rises again, so too could they rise from their own challenges. The imagery of flames and ash spoke to their souls, igniting a spark of determination. It reminded them that every setback could be a setup for a comeback, echoing the eternal cycle of life. The interpretations of the phoenix in alchemical literature are not merely tales of a mythical bird. They are a powerful metaphor for the journey of life itself. Just as the phoenix must go through the fire to be reborn, individuals must confront their own challenges and fears. Alchemists believed that by facing these struggles head-on, they could achieve personal transformation, turning the lead of their lives into gold. Throughout history, the symbolism of the phoenix has inspired countless artists, writers, and thinkers. The beauty of this myth lies in its ability to transcend time and culture, resonating with people across the ages. Alchemists saw in the phoenix a reflection of their own desires and aspirations, a reminder that the power to transform lies within each of us. Even in modern interpretations, the phoenix continues to symbolize hope and renewal. Many people find themselves drawn to its story during difficult times, clinging to the belief that they too can rise from the ashes of their challenges. The phoenix is a powerful reminder that no matter how dark the night may seem, the dawn of a new day is always on the horizon. The connection between the phoenix and alchemy serves as a testament to the enduring human spirit. It reminds us that transformation is not just about changing our circumstances, but also about evolving as individuals. Each time we face a challenge, we have the opportunity to grow stronger, wiser, and more resilient, just like the magnificent phoenix soaring through the skies. In this way, the phoenix stands not just as a myth, but as a beacon of hope, illuminating the path towards self-discovery and transformation. Its story resonates deeply within our hearts, encouraging us to embrace the fire of our own journeys. When we allow ourselves to be consumed by our passions and dreams, we, too, can rise from the ashes, shining brighter than ever before. The phoenix embodies the idea that with every end comes a new beginning, reminding us that we are all capable of transformation, no matter the trials we face. In a time when tales of magic and wonder flowed through the streets like a vibrant river, the myth of the phoenix found new life in medieval Europe. This majestic bird, once a symbol of the sun and rebirth in ancient cultures, transformed into a profound emblem of hope and renewal, capturing the hearts of people who yearned for light in a world often overshadowed by darkness. After the fall of the Roman Empire, Europe entered a period marked by chaos, uncertainty, and fear. The echoes of ancient legends began to blend with the new thoughts and beliefs emerging from the shifting landscape. It was during this time that the story of the phoenix took on new meanings, resonating with a society that grappled with its own struggles and aspirations. The phoenix became a powerful metaphor for the human spirit's resilience and the possibility of renewal amidst despair. In medieval literature, the phoenix appeared in various forms, often reflecting the struggles of humanity. Poets and writers wove tales of this fiery bird, presenting it as a creature of extraordinary beauty, rising from its ashes with grace and strength. The image of the phoenix soaring into the sky, its vibrant feathers glowing like embers, stirred emotions deep within the hearts of those who read about it. It reminded them that even in the depths of despair, there was the promise of rebirth and hope. One of the most notable mentions of the phoenix in medieval literature can be found in the writings of Saint Ambrose, a church father who used the myth to illustrate the resurrection of Christ. In his work, the phoenix became a symbol of eternal life and the promise of salvation. This connection to Christianity further deepened the phoenix's significance, as it reflected the Christian belief in redemption and the triumph of life over death. The image of the phoenix rising anew echoed the message of resurrection, instilling hope in the hearts of believers facing the trials of life. Artists during the medieval period were equally captivated by the phoenix. Paintings and illustrations began to depict this magnificent creature with vibrant colors and intricate details. The phoenix often appeared in illuminated manuscripts, surrounded by lush landscapes and symbolic motifs. Artists infused their works with emotion, capturing the essence of the phoenix as it rose from the flames, wings outstretched in a glorious display of strength and beauty. Each brushstroke seemed to convey the message that renewal was possible, no matter how dire the circumstances. The myth of the phoenix also found its way into the hearts of common folk through oral traditions. Stories of the phoenix were passed down from generation to generation, igniting a spark of hope in a world often filled with hardships. These tales inspired people to believe in the possibility of change, encouraging them to hold on to their dreams and aspirations. As they gathered around the fire, they would share stories of the phoenix's incredible journey, each account serving as a reminder that even in the darkest times, light could emerge. Moreover, the symbolism of the phoenix extended beyond individual stories. It began to resonate with the collective spirit of medieval Europe. The phoenix emerged as a national symbol, representing the strength and resilience of communities facing the challenges of their time. During periods of conflict, the tale of the phoenix inspired soldiers and civilians alike, reminding them that they could rise above adversity, united by the hope of a brighter future. As Europe transitioned into the Renaissance, the phoenix continued to evolve, still holding its place in literature and art. It became a symbol of transformation not just for individuals but also for society as a whole. The Renaissance was a time of enlightenment and rediscovery, echoing the phoenix's message of rebirth. Artists and thinkers sought to break free from the constraints of the past, just as the phoenix rose from the ashes of its former self. Through the ages, the phoenix has remained a beloved symbol, evolving yet staying true to its roots. In medieval Europe, this mythical bird captured the essence of hope and renewal, echoing the struggles and triumphs of a people yearning for light. It served as a reminder that even in the face of despair, one could rise again, stronger and more beautiful than before. The legacy of the phoenix in medieval Europe resonates even today, inspiring countless individuals to embrace their own journeys of transformation. The myth serves as a beacon of hope, illuminating the path forward and reminding us that from the ashes of our struggles, we too can rise to new heights. The story of the phoenix, rich with emotion and meaning, continues to touch hearts, urging us to believe in the power of renewal and the possibility of a brighter tomorrow. In the vibrant heart of the Renaissance, a spark ignited a cultural revolution, breathing life into ancient stories long forgotten. The phoenix, a legendary creature that had symbolized rebirth and renewal for centuries, rose from the ashes of obscurity to take center stage once more. It was a time when artists and thinkers sought to revive the wisdom of the classical world, and the phoenix became a shining emblem of hope and transformation in a society yearning for change. As scholars unearthed classical texts and rediscovered the rich tapestry of mythology, the phoenix emerged as a powerful symbol. Writers like Giovanni Boccaccio, in his work De Genealogia Deorum, celebrated the mythical bird, linking it to themes of immortality and renewal. The stories of this magnificent creature resonated deeply, echoing the human experience of struggle and triumph. The image of the phoenix, rising from its own ashes, stirred emotions and inspired countless individuals to believe in the possibility of rebirth, not only for themselves but for the world around them. Renaissance artists, inspired by this renewed interest in classical mythology, began to incorporate the phoenix into their works. Paintings, sculptures, and tapestries began to reflect the beauty and grace of the mythical bird. One notable example is the artwork of Sandro Botticelli, whose delicate brushstrokes brought the phoenix to life in stunning detail. In his paintings, the bird was often depicted amidst lush landscapes, its feathers glowing with the warmth of the sun, symbolizing the vibrant spirit of renewal. The phoenix was not merely an object of admiration, it was a powerful metaphor for the changes sweeping through society. As Europe shook off the constraints of the past and embraced the ideals of humanism, the phoenix stood as a beacon of hope. It represented the belief that from the depths of despair, individuals could rise anew, just as the bird did. This notion resonated particularly with artists and thinkers who sought to challenge established norms and embrace new ideas. The phoenix became a symbol of the transformative power of creativity and imagination. In literature, the phoenix continued to captivate the hearts and minds of readers. Poets and playwrights wove its story into their works, drawing on its symbolism of rebirth to explore themes of love, loss, and the enduring human spirit. The great playwright William Shakespeare, known for his ability to infuse emotion into every line, used the phoenix as a symbol of resurrection and renewal in his works. In The Phoenix and the Turtle, he explored the profound connection between love and transformation, illustrating how the bonds of love could transcend even death. As the Renaissance progressed, the phoenix began to symbolize not just individual renewal but also the revival of society itself. Cities rebuilt after the ravages of war and plague began to see themselves in the majestic bird. The phoenix became intertwined with the ideals of the time, representing the hope of a brighter future. In this context, the phoenix stood for resilience, a reminder that through collective effort and creativity, communities could rise above adversity and flourish. This rebirth of the phoenix was also reflected in the decorative arts of the time. Ornate furniture, tapestries, and textiles featured intricate designs of the mythical bird, often surrounded by flames or nestled among vibrant flowers. The imagery evoked feelings of warmth and life, inviting people to embrace the notion of renewal in their daily lives. The phoenix adorned not just the walls of grand palaces, but also the humble homes of everyday people, serving as a constant reminder that hope was within reach. The Renaissance revival of the phoenix was more than an artistic movement, it was a profound expression of humanity's desire for transformation. The stories of the phoenix resonated with a society eager to break free from the constraints of tradition and embrace new possibilities. It became a symbol of the human spirit's resilience, igniting a fire within individuals to pursue their dreams and rise above challenges. As the phoenix soared through the art and literature of the Renaissance, it captured the hearts of all who encountered it. Its fiery beauty inspired artists to push the boundaries of creativity, while writers crafted words that spoke to the depths of human emotion. Each representation of the phoenix carried with it a message of hope and renewal, inviting everyone to believe in their ability to rise from the ashes of their struggles. In a world filled with uncertainty, the phoenix stood as a shining example of what could be achieved through perseverance and creativity. It was a symbol of rebirth that transcended time, reminding people that no matter how dark the night may seem, dawn would always come. The Renaissance revival of the phoenix was not just a rediscovery of a mythical creature, it was a powerful testament to the enduring human spirit, a celebration of life's ability to transform and thrive. As we reflect on this beautiful resurgence, the lessons of the phoenix continue to resonate. Its story remains a source of inspiration, encouraging us to embrace change and seek renewal in our own lives. The fiery wings of the phoenix soar high above us, urging us to rise, to shine, and to believe that from the ashes of our past, we too can create a brighter future. In a world that often feels heavy with challenges and uncertainties, the phoenix rises like a flame of hope, igniting the imagination of people across generations. This magnificent bird, known for its power of rebirth, has found its way into modern literature, film, and art, becoming a symbol of resilience and renewal that resonates deeply with our human experience. Each interpretation of the phoenix brings its own unique spark, reminding us that transformation is not only possible but essential. In contemporary literature, the phoenix often represents the journey of self-discovery and personal growth. Writers use this powerful symbol to explore themes of loss, change, and ultimately, hope. Characters who face adversity and hardship often find themselves likened to the phoenix, rising from the ashes of their struggles to become stronger and more vibrant. Take, for example, Suzanne Collins' The Hunger Games, where the protagonist, Katniss Everdeen, embodies the spirit of the phoenix. Her evolution from a frightened girl to a fierce warrior mirrors the mythical bird's ability to rise anew. Readers feel every emotional twist and turn as she navigates a brutal world, finding strength in her pain and emerging as a beacon of hope for others. In poetry, the phoenix continues to inspire. Poets use its image to convey deep feelings of despair followed by the uplifting promise of rebirth. Each word breathes life into the notion that even after the darkest moments, beauty and strength can emerge. This message strikes a chord with those who have faced their own trials, making the phoenix a universal symbol of resilience. When a poet writes about the phoenix, it's not just a story, it's a reminder that every ending can lead to a new beginning, stirring emotions that echo within us. On the silver screen, the phoenix soars to new heights, becoming a captivating symbol in films and television. One memorable adaptation appears in the Harry Potter series, where Fawkes, Dumbledore's loyal phoenix, showcases not only the ability to be reborn from its ashes, but also the power of loyalty and friendship. As Fawkes rises in flames, audiences can feel their hearts swell with hope. His song and presence provide comfort to Harry during his darkest times, embodying the idea that even in moments of despair, we are never truly alone. In animated films, the phoenix finds a special place as well. Movies like The Secret of NIMH feature the majestic bird, reminding viewers of the importance of courage and transformation. As children watch these stories unfold, they are touched by the magical presence of the phoenix, learning that bravery and strength can arise from vulnerability. The fiery bird captivates the imagination, instilling a sense of wonder and hope that lingers long after the credits roll. Art has also embraced the phoenix as a powerful symbol of renewal. Contemporary artists depict the bird in vibrant colors, its fiery feathers representing passion, energy, and the beauty of transformation. These artworks resonate with viewers, sparking emotions that remind us of our own journeys through life. When we gaze upon a painting of the phoenix, we can feel the warmth of its flames, igniting a sense of hope within us. It becomes a visual reminder that we, too, can rise above challenges and embrace the beauty of change. In pop culture, the phoenix has transcended its mythical origins to become an icon of empowerment. Merchandise featuring the bird adorns clothing, accessories, and home decor, allowing people to carry a piece of its strength with them. Tattoos of the phoenix serve as personal symbols of resilience for many, representing the transformative journeys they have undertaken. Each tattoo tells a unique story, reflecting the wearer's struggles and triumphs, while also serving as a reminder that they have the power to rise anew. Video games have also embraced the phoenix as a symbol of renewal. Characters embodying the phoenix's traits often face great trials, only to emerge stronger, reflecting players' own experiences. Games like Final Fantasy feature the phoenix as a powerful ally, showcasing its ability to heal and revive. Players are drawn into the narrative, feeling the emotional weight of every victory and defeat. The connection they form with the phoenix becomes a source of motivation, inspiring them to persevere through their own challenges. As the phoenix continues to soar through modern interpretations, its presence remains a source of inspiration and comfort for countless individuals. Whether in literature, film, art, or pop culture, this legendary bird embodies the spirit of resilience and the power of renewal. It whispers to us in moments of doubt, reminding us that even when life feels overwhelming, we possess the strength to rise from our struggles, just as the phoenix rises from the ashes. In a world filled with uncertainty, the phoenix stands as a timeless reminder that hope exists in every heart. Each story, each representation, brings forth emotions that connect us to our shared humanity. The phoenix's journey reflects our own, filled with trials, transformations, and ultimately, the promise of renewal. With each retelling, the phoenix captivates us, igniting the flame of hope that flickers within, urging us to embrace the beauty of change and rise to meet the challenges that lie ahead. The phoenix has long been a powerful symbol in poetry, evoking images of flames and ashes, transformation and hope. Poets have used this mythical bird to explore profound themes of rebirth and immortality, captivating readers with words that resonate deep within the heart. When the phoenix rises from its own ashes, it embodies the idea that life can begin anew, no matter how many times we may fall. One of the most striking examples of the phoenix in poetry is found in John Milton's work. In Paradise Lost, the phoenix is mentioned as a representation of Christ's resurrection. Milton paints a vivid picture of the bird, describing its magnificent rise from the ashes as a metaphor for hope and renewal. When readers encounter this imagery, they can almost feel the warmth of the flames and hear the stirring cry of the phoenix. The experience is exhilarating, reminding them that after hardship, there can always be new beginnings. The emotional depth of these verses touches the soul, creating a connection that transcends time and place. Another poignant use of the phoenix appears in the works of Emily Dickinson. She skillfully weaves the image of the bird into her poetry, using it to symbolize resilience in the face of despair. In her poem Hope is the Thing with Feathers, Dickinson draws parallels between the phoenix and the unyielding nature of hope. The reader feels the weight of her words as they recognize the struggle for light amidst darkness. Each stanza invites reflection, stirring emotions of longing and determination. The powerful message that hope can rise again, like the phoenix, resonates deeply, striking a chord with anyone who has faced their own battles. In contemporary poetry, the phoenix continues to inspire. Poets like Maya Angelou have also embraced its symbolism to speak about survival and strength. In her collection, And Still I Rise, Angelou expresses the essence of the phoenix through her verses. Her words empower readers, reminding them that no matter the hardships faced, they possess the strength to rise again. Each line is infused with passion, capturing the indomitable spirit of the phoenix and the human experience. The heartbeat of resilience flows through her poetry, connecting readers to the very core of their being. The themes of rebirth and immortality emerge prominently in the poems that reference the phoenix. The emotional journey of rising from the ashes reflects our own lives, where we often find ourselves in moments of despair. These works invite us to confront our fears and remind us that renewal is not just a fantasy, it is a reality we can embrace. The connection to the phoenix becomes a lifeline, a beacon of hope illuminating the path forward. In addition to its role in poetry, the phoenix serves as a symbol in the literary tradition. The recurring motif of transformation speaks to the cycles of life and death, the inevitability of change, and the strength found in vulnerability. When poets reference the phoenix, they tap into a well of emotions that many can relate to. The feeling of being broken, only to rise again, creates a bond between the poet and the reader, one that is both comforting and inspiring. The imagery of the phoenix ignites the imagination, allowing readers to visualize the magnificent bird soaring through the sky, its fiery feathers illuminating the darkness. This vivid portrayal evokes emotions of awe and wonder, stirring a desire for renewal within each of us. As readers witness the phoenix's journey from ashes to flight, they are reminded of their own capacity for growth and change. Each poem acts as a gentle nudge, encouraging them to embrace their unique journey and rise from their struggles. In some poems, the phoenix becomes a metaphor for love and relationships. The complexities of human emotions are mirrored in the bird's fiery existence. Just as the phoenix undergoes cycles of destruction and rebirth, so too do relationships evolve. Through the lens of the phoenix, poets explore the beauty and pain of love, reminding readers that even in moments of heartbreak, there lies the potential for healing and renewal. The emotional weight of these poems resonates deeply, touching on the universal themes of love, loss, and the hope that accompanies new beginnings. As poets craft their verses, they invite readers into their world, allowing them to share in the experience of rebirth that the phoenix embodies. The power of the bird's symbolism transcends time, creating a tapestry of emotions that connect generations. The feeling of rising from the ashes becomes a shared human experience, one that transcends boundaries and resonates with individuals from all walks of life. In the end, the phoenix in poetry serves as a poignant reminder of our own resilience. The themes of rebirth and immortality echo through the ages, inviting us to reflect on our own journeys. When we encounter these verses, we are inspired to embrace the changes in our lives, recognizing that even in moments of despair, there is always the possibility of renewal. The power of the phoenix lives on, igniting a spark of hope within us all, reminding us that we too can rise, transformed and renewed, ready to face whatever lies ahead. The phoenix captivates not only our imagination but also our psyche. This mythical creature serves as a powerful symbol in psychological terms, especially through the lens of Carl Jung's analysis. Jung saw the phoenix as an archetype representing transformation, renewal, and the cycle of life and death. For many, this can spark a deep, emotional connection as it resonates with their personal struggles and aspirations. When we think about the phoenix, we envision a bird ablaze, rising from its own ashes. This vivid imagery speaks to the heart of what it means to face adversity and emerge stronger. In Jungian psychology, the phoenix represents the process of individuation, a journey towards self-discovery and wholeness. Each time we face challenges, we are given the chance to confront our inner demons, to shed our old selves like a snake shedding its skin. It's a painful process, but like the phoenix, we can rise renewed and transformed. Consider those moments in life when everything feels lost. Maybe it's the end of a relationship, the loss of a job, or a personal failure. In these dark times, the myth of the phoenix becomes a beacon of hope. The idea that something beautiful can emerge from destruction resonates deeply. It touches on the universal experience of pain and growth. When we are at our lowest, we often feel like we are in ashes, but it's in this place that we can begin to rebuild ourselves. The phoenix teaches us that rebirth is possible. In dreams, the phoenix often appears as a guiding symbol. Dreaming of a phoenix can indicate a desire for change or the need to let go of the past. When someone sees this majestic creature in their dream, it's as if the universe is urging them to rise from their struggles. These dreams can be emotional and powerful, evoking feelings of hope and inspiration. The imagery of the phoenix encourages individuals to embrace their unique journeys and recognize their potential for transformation. When someone encounters the phoenix in their dreams, it can stir a sense of courage and strength. This powerful symbol may urge them to confront fears or to take bold steps toward their goals. Many people find themselves feeling lighter after such dreams, as if they have been given permission to release what no longer serves them. The phoenix becomes a personal myth, a reflection of one's inner struggles and triumphs. It is a reminder that they are not alone in their battles, and that transformation is always within reach. The symbolism of the phoenix extends beyond personal struggles. It also connects with our collective human experience. Throughout history, communities have faced hardships, whether through wars, natural disasters, or societal changes. The phoenix stands as a symbol of resilience for all of humanity. In times of crisis, people draw strength from the idea that they can rebuild and rise again, just as the phoenix does. This shared narrative binds us together, reminding us that we are all part of the same cycle of life, death, and rebirth. Through the lens of personal mythology, the phoenix invites individuals to explore their own stories of resilience. Everyone has their own unique narrative, filled with moments of pain and joy. The process of examining one's personal mythology can be transformative. It encourages people to reflect on their experiences, finding meaning in their struggles. As they weave their tales, they can identify patterns of rebirth, moments when they overcame adversity and emerged stronger. In therapy, the phoenix archetype can be a powerful tool for healing. When individuals share their stories, they often discover the phoenix within themselves. They may recount times when they felt broken but later found a way to rise again. These narratives become powerful testaments to the human spirit. Through the act of storytelling, individuals can reclaim their power and agency. They realize that they are not defined by their struggles but by their ability to overcome them. The emotional weight of the phoenix archetype lies in its ability to inspire hope. When people are reminded of the phoenix, they feel a spark igniting within them. It encourages them to reflect on their own capacity for change, even when the journey feels daunting. The story of the phoenix reminds us that life is cyclical, filled with seasons of struggle and growth. Just as nature transforms, so too can we. This realization can be deeply empowering, encouraging individuals to embrace their journeys with courage and determination. In art and literature, the phoenix continues to serve as a symbol of transformation. Artists and writers draw inspiration from its story, creating works that reflect the emotional essence of rebirth. The imagery of the phoenix appears in countless forms, from paintings to poetry, each capturing the spirit of renewal in a unique way. These representations serve as reminders of the beauty found in resilience, connecting us to the timeless nature of the human experience. Through psychological interpretation, the phoenix emerges as more than a mythical creature. It becomes a profound symbol of hope and transformation. In moments of despair, when life feels overwhelming, the phoenix whispers to us that we have the strength to rise. It encourages us to shed our old selves and embrace the possibility of renewal. The journey of transformation may be fraught with challenges, but like the phoenix, we too can rise from the ashes, reborn and ready to face the world anew. The phoenix has long captured our imaginations with its story of rebirth, and today, it resonates powerfully in the context of our environmental challenges. As we stand at a crossroads, facing the consequences of climate change, pollution, and habitat destruction, the phoenix serves as a poignant metaphor for ecological renewal. This mythical bird, rising from its ashes, embodies the hope that we can heal our planet and restore its beauty. Imagine a landscape once vibrant, now choked with smoke and debris, a scene reminiscent of a world in chaos. Forests that once thrived now lie in ruins, and rivers that sparkled with life are tainted with waste. The heartache of witnessing nature's decline weighs heavy on our souls. Yet, within this pain lies a glimmer of hope, a flicker that beckons us to act, to be the agents of change. The image of the phoenix rises as a reminder that from destruction can come life, and from despair can bloom hope. When we think about the phoenix, we can't help but feel inspired. It invites us to envision a world reborn, where ecosystems flourish again. This bird teaches us that destruction is not the end but a beginning. Just as the phoenix transforms, so can our environment. It encourages us to reflect on how we treat the earth. Every tree we plant, every waste we recycle, and every effort to clean our oceans are steps towards that rebirth. The idea of a flourishing planet ignites a fire in our hearts, urging us to act and not be passive observers in this unfolding story. In many cultures, fire symbolizes both destruction and renewal. For the phoenix, flames are not merely a force of devastation but a source of life. Similarly, the fires that sweep through forests can rejuvenate the land, clearing out the old to make way for new growth. Nature has its own way of healing. When we witness the charred remnants of a forest, we might feel sorrow. But soon, we see tiny green shoots breaking through the blackened earth, a sign of resilience, a promise of regeneration. This cycle reflects the phoenix's journey and encourages us to understand that change is possible. As we face the reality of climate change, the phoenix's myth becomes increasingly relevant. Rising global temperatures and shifting weather patterns are like a fire threatening our very existence. The earth cries out for healing, and we are the ones who must answer. This is our call to rise, just as the phoenix does. It is a reminder that despite the challenges we face, we have the power to make a difference. By uniting in our efforts to combat environmental degradation, we can become modern-day phoenixes, breathing new life into our planet. Consider the powerful movements advocating for sustainable practices, clean energy, and conservation. They represent a collective awakening, a realization that we can shape a better future. The image of the phoenix inspires us to push forward, even when the odds seem insurmountable. It reminds us that through collaboration and determination, we can ignite change. Each small act of kindness towards the environment contributes to a larger movement, a rising tide that can lift all boats. The phoenix also challenges us to confront our past mistakes. It beckons us to acknowledge the scars we have inflicted upon the earth, to feel the weight of our actions, and to commit to making amends. Just as the phoenix rises from ashes, we must learn from our failures, transforming regret into action. Every time we choose to recycle, reduce waste, or support sustainable businesses, we echo the phoenix's message of renewal. We become stewards of the earth, nurturing the fragile ecosystems that sustain us. In our quest for renewal, the phoenix symbolizes the deep connection we share with nature. It invites us to look at our environment not just as a resource to exploit, but as a living entity deserving of respect and care. The forests, oceans, and skies are woven together in a delicate balance. When one aspect falters, the entire web of life feels the impact. Recognizing this interconnectedness encourages us to act not just for ourselves, but for future generations. The phoenix inspires a legacy of sustainability, urging us to leave a flourishing planet for those who come after us. As we reflect on the phoenix in the context of environmental discourse, we find strength in its story. It serves as a symbol of hope and resilience, reminding us that every end can be a new beginning. The beauty of nature can return, but it requires our commitment and determination. In a world facing unprecedented challenges, the myth of the phoenix lights a path forward. It ignites a passion for change, encouraging us to stand up and take action. The journey to ecological renewal is not without its struggles, but the phoenix teaches us that we are capable of rising above adversity. Every act of kindness towards the earth, every effort to heal the wounds we've inflicted, becomes a part of this greater narrative. It is a call to embrace our role as caretakers of the planet, to honor the sacred bond we share with nature. As the fires of destruction burn brightly around us, let us remember the promise of the phoenix. From the ashes of despair can emerge a world reborn, a place where lush forests thrive, rivers run clear, and wildlife flourishes. With every step we take towards sustainability, we write a new chapter in the story of our planet, one where the phoenix soars high, a testament to our ability to rise, renew, and reconnect with the beauty of the earth. The phoenix is not just a symbol of rebirth, it is a beacon of hope that has resonated with cultures across the world for centuries. Its story transcends borders and languages, inspiring countless generations with its powerful message of resilience and transformation. From the sands of ancient Egypt to the lush landscapes of Asia, the phoenix has woven itself into the fabric of human mythology, capturing hearts and igniting imaginations. In Egypt, the phoenix is known as the Bennu, a radiant bird that emerges from the ashes of its predecessor. This magnificent creature embodies life, death, and rebirth, just like the sun that rises each day, casting light on the world. Imagine the ancient Egyptians, standing by the banks of the Nile, watching the sun dip below the horizon. As night falls, they are reminded that, despite the darkness, dawn will inevitably follow. The Bennu was more than a mere myth, it was a source of comfort, a reminder that life continues, even in the face of despair. In Greek mythology, the phoenix captures the hearts of those who hear its tale of fiery renewal. Picture a vibrant bird, bursting into flames, only to be reborn from the ashes. This powerful image symbolizes not just the cycle of life, but also the triumph of the spirit over adversity. The Greeks saw the phoenix as a metaphor for their own struggles. When faced with challenges, they would recall the phoenix's journey, drawing strength from its ability to rise again and again. This myth became a rallying cry, urging people to keep pushing forward, no matter how difficult the circumstances may seem. As we move across the globe to Asia, the phoenix takes on different forms, yet the essence of its story remains unchanged. In Chinese mythology, the Feng Huang embodies the same ideals of rebirth and renewal. Often called the Chinese phoenix, it represents balance and harmony. The Feng Huang is not just a symbol of fire, it signifies the union of yin and yang, a perfect blend of opposites. Imagine the vibrancy of Chinese festivals, where colorful parades celebrate the Feng Huang's beauty, reminding people of the importance of balance in their lives. The phoenix's presence in Chinese culture reinforces the idea that from chaos can come order, and from struggle can arise peace. In Japan, the phoenix appears as the Ho-Oh, a majestic bird that symbolizes happiness and good fortune. The Ho-Oh is often depicted in exquisite artwork, its feathers adorned with brilliant colors that radiate joy. This image carries a deeper meaning. It represents the idea of renewal not just in life, but in relationships and communities. Picture a family gathered to celebrate a new beginning, perhaps a wedding or the birth of a child, with the Ho-Oh as their guiding spirit. The belief in the phoenix's blessings fosters hope, encouraging individuals to embrace new opportunities and cherish their connections with others. In the Americas, the myth of the phoenix finds resonance in various indigenous cultures. The firebird symbolizes the transformative power of nature and the cycles of life. Among Native American tribes, the phoenix represents the rebirth of the earth itself. When wildfires sweep through a forest, they leave devastation in their wake. Yet, from that destruction comes new growth, wildflowers sprout, trees regenerate, and life returns. This cycle of renewal is celebrated in rituals that honor the fire's role in rejuvenating the land. The phoenix embodies this spirit of hope, encouraging communities to embrace the changes brought by nature and to find beauty in the aftermath of loss. As we witness the influence of the phoenix across cultures, we see its role as a source of inspiration during times of struggle. In each tale, the phoenix stands as a testament to the human spirit's resilience. The image of the bird rising from its ashes serves as a reminder that life, even in its most difficult moments, can be beautiful and full of potential. The stories shared by different cultures foster a sense of unity, showing us that no matter where we come from, we all seek renewal and hope. The cultural legacy of the phoenix continues to thrive today, appearing in literature, art, and popular media. From fiery dragons in fantasy novels to elegant depictions in paintings, the phoenix remains a powerful symbol that transcends generations. Its message is timeless, speaking to our deepest fears and aspirations. In a world where challenges abound, the phoenix offers a sense of solace, encouraging us to rise above our circumstances and embrace the possibilities that lie ahead. With each retelling of the phoenix's story, we feel a spark of hope ignite within us. This mythical bird serves as a bridge connecting us to our shared humanity, a reminder that we are all part of a larger narrative. As we reflect on the phoenix's influence across various cultures, we are reminded that the potential for rebirth exists within each of us. The courage to rise again, to transform our pain into purpose, and to embrace the beauty of life can be found in the heart of every individual. The legacy of the phoenix continues to inspire us, urging us to carry its message into the future. It teaches us that even in the darkest times, we can find the strength to rise and rebuild. The stories of the phoenix remind us that we are capable of change, of growth, and of finding beauty in the ashes of our struggles. As we look around us, we can see the potential for renewal, and we can feel the warmth of hope guiding us forward.